Your 6-11 non-playoff 49ers just got crazy news. I can't wait to get into this one because this one is wild beyond belief, and honestly, it even surprised me, and I feel like I am as hyped about the 49ers upcoming season as anybody else. If you're new here, hit subscribe if you're looking for daily 49ers content, but I'm here in DIA right now, Denver International Airport, for those of you that don't know that, and I'm tucked away in a corner over here, and I'm just flabbergasted by this amazing news that I want to talk to you about, starting with the sporting news. Sporting News did an updated power ranking, and they put the San Francisco 49ers at number 5 in the power ranking heading into the next season. So just think about that for a second, okay? This is a 6-11 non-playoff team. This is a team that found ways to lose games. This is the team that when they did manage to win games, managed to make it close when it shouldn't have been. This is a team that does not deserve the power ranking of top 5 based on anything that happened this season. And if you're not familiar with power rankings, they're based on recency. So power rankings are not meant to be like best team in the NFL. They're meant to be who's the best team right now going into the next several weeks of football, which of course are several months away. What I think is absolutely crazy about this, okay? Because if you're looking with recency bias, like what are the big changes that the 49ers had in recent news? So starting with, of course, injury updates to guys like Christian McCaffrey. Of course, you have Trent Williams, who is cited in the article, talking about him being healthy for a better stretch of games, hopefully. Then on top of that, you had injuries to a lot of dudes like Nick Bosa. That was an impactful injury. So there's so many dudes that also got injuries. And then, of course, Brandon Aiyuk will be back this upcoming season, and that's going to be massively important. Hopefully, I mean, the latest reports look really positive. We don't really know anything, but hopefully he'll be back before training camp, even if things are moving in the direction that that some folks seem to believe they are. That one, I wouldn't hold out too much hope on that one. But whatever the case is, you've got a healthier team. The other big changes that are going on right now that have recently hit the 49ers is their coaching changes. You have now switched over from a special teams coordinator who was not doing a good enough job, like I don't even need to go into that, to now a defensive or a special teams coordinator who has veteran experience, who's more experienced. You have a defensive coordinator who has veteran experience and has done it with this coaching staff, with Kyle Shanahan and company, so we know that he can do it again. I think you have Gus Bradley is another big addition to the defensive coordinator staff, to the defensive staff, because that's going to make a massive impact, I believe, not just in the short term, but if Robert Saleh leaves, you've got somebody else to take his spot, so I think there's a benefit there. And these guys all have experience related to the Legion of Boom era of Seattle Seahawks. So there's really good stuff to come from the 49ers on the defensive side of the ball and on special teams. So I'm super optimistic just from that perspective, coaching alone. And I have to imagine if I'm the Sporting News and I'm looking at the 49ers, I'm seeing that they still have an incredibly star-studded roster. I'm seeing the addition of new solid coaches added to the staff. Then I see an opportunity where, okay, this is a really good team. But just think about that for a second, guys. Number 5 in the power rankings for a team that did not make the playoffs. That is wild. The next best non-playoff ranked team came in at number 8, and that's Cincinnati Bengals, who made it above the Green Bay Packers. And so I think there's something there too of like, there are some teams that just didn't quite make the playoffs that are still a very, very good teams. And like the Cincinnati Bengals, if they can figure out their defense, are a force to be reckoned with for sure. If they can find a second solid target for a wide receiver, like they're a force to be reckoned with. So I wouldn't disagree with that one. I just think it's fascinating that the 49ers in a horrible NFC West division this season, those 49ers are ranked top 5 heading into the upcoming season. Of course, these are all super early predictions. We don't know what's going to happen in free agency, and so these rankings are going to change and go up and down. But to start, this is the first ranking I've actually seen to start off the official offseason post-Super Bowl with your team is number 5 highest ranked team heading into the next season. That's pretty exciting, and I hope that you find that exciting as well. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you feel like the 49ers deserve to be top 5 after what you've seen, plus all of the most current news? Or do you feel like it's too high, too low? I look forward to joining you there. Appreciate you. Have a great one. I'm heading off to Florida, and what do they always say in the crime shows? Like, wheels up.